right, good morning YouTube. The verdict is in on the difference in fuel mileage in sport versus standard. And I was pretty surprised. The difference is pretty significant. And some of it's probably not me being able to stay out of, some of it probably is my inability to stay out of the throttle. But I did the math, and I had gone 117 miles on 4 gallons of gas in sport mode, which came out to 29.25 miles per gallon versus 41.25 in standard. And I'm gonna have to review the footage again, because maybe I was wrong about how many miles I went, but I don't think so. So we've gone 117 miles on this tank. I'd say that's full. And we are at 4.015 gallons. And the messed up thing about it was the little rating there never changed. Well, there we go. There's a reset button. Let's try that. We're back in standard now. So, yeah, that's a big difference. And I did notice the little slider at the bottom was reading lower when I was riding around in sport mode. But the little gauge deal that just throws a number at you, it never changed. So I didn't expect that significant of a difference anyway, but I really didn't expect that significant of a difference where the little deal never changed. I guess the next test would be to put it in rain mode and run it through a tank of gas in rain mode and see the difference. But I don't know if I can stand ride around in rain mode with the throttle being that numb. Although I've never actually put this one in rain mode. So maybe it behaves a little differently than tour mode on the Vintage did. But essentially your ride modes, it's not just a throttle response. It's 3 complete different engine tunes. So it's 3 totally different fuel maps that also include different throttle response. So it's different fueling, different ignition timing, and different throttle, different throttle response to the twist grip. But yeah, that's it. The verdict is in. There is a significant difference in fuel mileage between standard and sport. And I expected only a slight difference. I didn't expect an 11 mpg difference. A little cool this morning. 65 degrees. Which is normally quite comfortable when you're not used to it being well into the 80s, 90s, and 100s. But it feels cold once you've gotten used to 90-degree temperatures. Off we go. I still need to fix that mirror. I got a set of mirrors on J&P Cycle I kind of got my eye on. Not that there's anything wrong with these mirrors, I really like them. But the bike is kind of real boxy and square shaped, and these mirrors are nice round little teardrop shapes. So they don't really quite match the shape of the bike. And there's nothing wrong with them, and they don't look bad, but I would kind of like to get something that looks a little more appropriate to the bike. Got a few other things I want to do first, though. Like the thing we're going to the dealership for today. Trying to think what I'm going to do for videos here in a couple months when I have to put the bike away for the winter. And maybe I'll put out a few videos adding a few bits and pieces here and there to the bike. Maybe I should save the thing I'm getting today and put it on the bike over the winter. won't they? This bridge is a little better. You get three lanes in each direction, so you don't have a big old bottleneck. Because the Blue Bridge does like bottleneck down to 2 lanes. You got 4 lanes of traffic coming off of 2 different highways. It all comes together and then goes across the bridge. And the speed limit drops right there too. Somebody's out road testing a slingshot already. Yeah, here we are, Thunder Alley Motorsports, my local Indian dealer. They've always treated me really good here. Yeah, this place is great. They've always been really great to me here. All right. See you guys in a bit. All right, off we go back to the house. a great day. I'll have to take Claudie for a ride later. Still awful smoky out. But the temperature is excellent for a ride. Yeah, that little the little slider gauge for the gas mileage is showing a lot different numbers in standard than it was in sport. We're about to go across the Blue Bridge now. My buddy Jack that works at the dealership there, he's got a brand new Challenger, and he actually just got it back. He'd had it a couple of months and he got hit and run by somebody and busted his bike up pretty bad, and he was a little busted up too, but not too bad. I'm glad he wasn't hurt bad. It sucks he was hurt at all and that happened at all, but I'm glad he wasn't hurt very bad. But we were discussing the gas mileage because of the little gas mileage question and this video. And I told him about the difference between the mileage in sport mode and standard, and he said his lives in sport all the time. And his is not stock, but his doesn't have cams. I think he's got stage 1. And he's like, well, that explains why I've never gotten 200 miles out of a tank of gas. Because he just always leaves his in sport. Yeah, fires are a big issue out here. There's all kinds of signs on the highway saying be careful, high fire danger. Yeah, no noticeable difference in engine braking between sport and standard. And I think some of that's got to do with the design of the clutch in this thing. Definitely a noticeable difference when you twist on the throttle. Big difference. It's still got plenty of performance in standard mode. And that is where I keep it most of the time. Just normal riding.